This video is going to go about showing you how to defeat the Siege Engine and the Wrath of the Machine raid, aka the Mad Max Death Zamboni. Once you get on top of the wall, you're going to make your way across the other end, and there will be a kind of barrier wall right here in front of you. The Death Zamboni is in behind. There will be some ads. You will need to clear them out, and once you reach the other end, a cutscene will occur. And once the cutscene is over, Mad Max Fury Road and the Death Zamboni is going to start barreling towards you and your fire team. So how do you go about stopping it from crushing you to death? You will first need to take out the Zamboni's cannons. This is a good time for your entire fire team to equip sniper rifles. So you're taking out the cannon on the left and the cannon on the right. They look like his eyeballs. If that's a face of the Zamboni, you have left eyeball and right eyeballs. You first need to take out both of those cannons. Once you take out both of those cannons, the faceplate will pop off, revealing this kind of, I guess, quote-unquote critical area, and then you need to start shooting that as a team. Once that is blown off, a little piece of the Zamboni on the left-hand side is going to come flying off. You see that big piece that just flew off? And then you will be able to board the Zamboni on the left side. You'll see here, all my teammates, as a team, you will go and you will hop up on top of the Zamboni. Now let's rewind for a second. As the Zamboni is barreling towards your team, there is going to also be a ton of ads that spawn. So my team always has 4 people sniping, and we have 2 people dealing with the ads using their supers. We usually have a hunter and a warlock do this. The hunter will tether, and then a stormcaller warlock will just clear out as many ads as they possibly can, also generating a ton of ore. The snipers, they can stand up on this crate right there on top of that container and snipe, and they can also stay away from any ads that might leak through the 2 people using their supers. After boarding the Zamboni, it is then going to barrel through a wall, and you will see 3 lit up areas on the Zamboni. There's one on the far back left, facing this direction. This is where the engine block will go, and I will explain this a little bit later, but I just want you to see the areas. So back left will be where the engine block will go. In the middle lit up area, that will be where the warhead goes. And this front left, front right, depending on your direction, that will be where the drive shaft goes. So you've completed the first part of disabling the guns, and you've hopped up onto the Zamboni. That is the first part of this encounter. The Zamboni will then barrel through a barrier wall, the wall you were just standing by. Make sure to stay back a little bit because you can get killed if you are too close to that explosion. Once that occurs, it breaks through. You as a team need to rush forward. Now I'm pausing it here just so I can explain, and then you'll see in clips. So you see there's another wall barrier at the very far end, okay? You as a team need to charge to that area. A fallen ship is going to come in and drop off ads. You need to clear out that initial wave of ads. Once you do that, the ship will drop the 3 parts that I mentioned earlier: the warhead, the engine block, and the drive shaft. Your goal as a team is to bring those parts back to the Zamboni. The Zamboni will break down at this point as you're rushing forward and come to a stop. You need to bring those parts back and put them in their spot that they go, and then that will allow the Zamboni to run again and crash through the barrier that you see at the far end of this image. This is complicated by the fact that once you grab the parts for the first time, the second they drop out of the ship, a bunch of those slow mines that slow you down will be littered throughout the little course in the area that you're going to be moving through to bring the parts back towards the siege engine. Along with that, you will have ads spawning, and you will also have an encumberment. So once you pick up a part, you can only carry it for an allotted amount of time, and then you will be forced to drop it, and then you will have a cooldown until you can pick it up again. Before we get into a real run and clips, and I can explain more as we go along, if you have any Titans, I would suggest having them be bubble. That way they can pop their bubble halfway through the course, and that can give you an area to drop the parts there and recover as ads are surrounding. Warlocks, be on Stormcaller, or if you want to be on Void Bomb, you can be on Void Bomb, but I would suggest Stormcaller. And then Hunters, be on Night Stalker. Definitely be on Night Stalker. So my team splits up. We have a team of 5 move to the far end, the wall barrier right there. They will take out the ads, and they'll pick up the parts. And we have 1 person stay behind. And we designate one of the 5 that moved forward to do mines. So the mine guy that went forward with the group and the guy that stayed behind will be shooting the mines and working towards each other, clearing the area you will be moving, because this is not an event where you get as much time as possible, okay? This is time. The second that this siege engine stops and breaks down, its engine is going to start overheating until those parts are brought back. So if you're too slow, it's game over, it's going to explode, and you're going to have to start over. So this is just an example of what the front person will be doing for mines. So you see, as a team, we're rushing up, and you have to be careful with the ship. It has those little, where it drops those 2 waves of mines. So be careful. We have a storm caller clearing out the adds right there, and then 3 people will pick up the parts when they drop. I'm going to be doing the slow mines for this team. Start on the staircase. The second they're picked up, mines will spawn, and you got to make sure to shoot these so they don't blow up. And you're just working back towards the Zamboni, which you can see in the right-hand corner, as I kind of choke with this mine right here. So you want to clear out this running lane as the people will be coming down those left steps behind you and following the path right here. And then once you are done with these mines, pick up a piece and start moving it forward. And you can kind of see encumbered. It's counting down until I have to drop it. And then once I drop it, I will have a 10-second cooldown until I can pick it up again. Titans, this is where I would pop a bubble. If you only have one, I would pop it right here. So while the mine person of front group is doing those mines, this person that stayed back, that you're seeing right now in my position, you will be doing these back mines and working forward. Make sure to shoot these out and move forward to take all these mines out. You want to take all these slow mines because they are going to slow you down, and they're going to make it to where you're not quick enough and the siege engine's engine will blow up. So I take out those top ones, and then you move to these 2 left ones. After taking out these mines, move back to your team and start helping moving pieces forward. You also need to designate one person to go back up onto the engine to take out an enemy. You will get a little notification in your bottom left-hand screen. It'll pop up here in a second. Mexis locked down the siege engine. So you need to send one person up, 1 or 2, it doesn't matter, to take him out. He's not a very difficult enemy. If you got Gallahorn, you got a sword, whatever it may be, you got your super, you need to go and take him out. And once you do, it will drop a ramp down and you'll be able to move the parts back up onto the Zamboni. So this is going to be a full run so you can see everything in action, and I can explain more as we go on. I'm going to be using my tether, and one of our warlocks will be using his storm caller, while 4 of our other teammates snipe. After I use my tether, I'm going to help snipe. Remember, we are shooting out the things that look like his eyeballs, the cannons. So here we go, we're shooting them, we're trying to take them out. Right cannon's down, left cannon is almost down. We're all sniping together using primaries. Okay, left cannon's down, his nose is exposed. Now we can start shooting it. And this is a very short and a very easy encounter. It really isn't too bad. Okay, so nose is blown off. We can start to move up. I would not even waste your time killing any of these adds. Just bypass them. And remember, we're jumping up the left side of the Zamboni. You cannot jump up the right side. You have to jump up the left side. So when you go up to kill Mexis in the second phase of this fight, you got to go up the left side of the Zamboni. The ramp will drop down on the front right of the Zamboni. Left looking at it from this point of view now, but right as you're bringing the parts up. So here we go. We're going to barrel through the wall, and once that happens, as a team, my team of 5 are going to charge forward, and I'm going to be staying behind because I am going to be doing the back mines and working back towards my team as they're working towards me. I'm going to pause this for a second. There are different routes you can take to get back to the Zamboni. Me and my team stay on the lower level. You can go up top if you would like to as well. I know it's hard to see, but you see those little steel beams? You can walk across those and go up top. We prefer to go down low, but that's just us, so use whatever works for you. Back to the run. So my team is going to be pushing forward. Somebody's going to be using their super to take out those adds. Now be careful about the ship. It's going to have the 2 mine drops. There was the first mines. Those are second mines. Now move in with your super. And they're going to take out the adds. And once they do that, the parts are going to drop. Once they grab the parts, then the slowed mines are going to spawn. And the 2 mine people need to work towards each other, towards the middle of this area. So they're picking them up. These mines are going to spawn. Again, I'm working back towards my team, and one of the mines person is on that left step spot I showed you, and they're working towards me as the 3 people with the parts are working down the left side. I know it's on my right from this point of view, but they're working down those left steps, and they're working towards the middle. So I'm taking out these mines. Our Titan just popped their bubble in the middle area, and you need to be careful when you're with these parts because there are holes throughout the course. So you see there's a hole right there to our right. So if somebody set it down too close to that and one of the parts fell down in there, it's a wipe. So if you lose a part, you're done. So be careful about that. There is another hole around this left-hand corner. There's a huge hole right in front of me right there. So you got to be careful to not set it down. Always set it down right in that corner. So Mexis is coming. I was designated to go take him out. So I'm going to move up to take him out as my other 5 teammates continue to move the parts forward. He's really, really easy, really quick. Gallahorn, machine gun. I had a sword on for this particular run, so I'm using a sword to take him out. Once I take him out, I am then heading back down to help out my teammates. One of our Stormcallers got his super back, and now he is clearing out this last wave of ads that spawn at the very top between you and the Zamboni. They are the tougher ads. They're going to get you killed in this area. That's why you really need to take out mines. As we try to squeeze on by, they're kind of blocking our path. It's kind of annoying. And people are dying, and that's fine. Obviously, when hard comes out, you're not going to want people to die. But right now on normal, it's fine because you can go res people. Again, we are just waiting for our cooldowns, and we are taking parts up onto the Zamboni. The engine block goes to the very back left, and then the drive shaft, which is the blue one on the ground right there, that's the front right, and the warhead is in the middle. And you're basically it's kind of just a relay race with each other. 3 people are carrying, and then 3 people are picking it up once they drop, vice versa, rinse and repeat. So the warhead is in there, and then I am going to be moving the engine block to the back. The drive shaft went to the front right. So somebody see my teammates that are right by me just in case I'm not going to make it, because they will be able to pick it up and put it in for me. So there you go. Once you get all 3 parts into the siege engine, you're on the move again, and you've beaten the encounter. It is a very, very short encounter, probably going to take you only about 5 to 6 minutes to complete the entire thing, and it's very, very easy. And once you do that, you're going to barrel through this second wall barrier, and once it does that, hop off the Zamboni, and it's going to chase you over the edge, and you can drop down to where chests will be waiting for you to gather rewards. So pretty easy. Have your 2 mine people staged, 1 in the back, 1 going up at the team of 5. Have those parts constantly on move, 3 drop, 3 pick up. Don't forget about Mexis, and use your supers wisely. It's a pretty easy encounter, guys. Hopefully this video was helpful. Have a good one. See ya.